Cool. So something that we've been doing is we've been working so hard on all these knives and all these videos, and I've told Dad time and time again, I need a sharpening done. This is an awesome knife that my father-in-law gave me the night that I moved my wife from Montana to Florida. We've moved back since then, but I'm like, Dad, I'd love to have a knife, you know, anything. Just give me anything. Give me your cheapest, junkiest thing. He pulls this right off of his belt and gives it to me. He gave it to me without his signature on it, which is fine. Those are called ghost knives, right? Is that what they call them? Is there a certain term for that sort of?
Black knives.
Black knives?
Black knives have no identifying marks.
So we came and visited one Christmas, and on our way back to Florida, they stopped me in the airport and said, "What are you doing with a knife in your bag?" And I'm like, that was not there. I hadn't realized that there was a secret pocket in my bag that I had tossed this knife into, and it had flown from Florida all the way to Montana during the Christmas holidays, and none of the people in the airport in Orlando had noticed. But I left it with him, and realized that he had not signed it. So it took him a year, but he finally signed it for me. And now, I need you to sharpen this sucker up for me, man.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, okay.
It needs a quick little sharpening.
All right, we're going to do the Ed Caffrey quick methodology.
Would you say...
Excuse me, I've got to get the old man glasses. These are not strong enough.
Would you say that sharpening is a feeling thing?
Sharpening is a learned skill, whether it be with a stone or with a belt. Normally, when people ask me to teach them how to sharpen a knife, my response is go to the local junk store, buy 2 old beat-up paring knives and a really good sharpening stone, and by the time those 2 paring knives are toothpicks, you'll know how to sharpen a knife. And this is just a worn 400 grit belt, which works really good for carbon steel. This is carbon steel Damascus. Happens to be what I call bacon and grapes pattern mosaic.
I love this knife. I used to collect knives, but I used to collect cheap knives, like fairground knives or whatever, and that was the gist of my collecting. I had swords and knives and junk. Once you get an Ed Caffrey knife, all that stuff is garbage, absolute garbage. I only carry one other knife with me, and that's just because it sits on my keychain. I wouldn't do that with this beautiful thing. So, when I got this, I was excited, that's for sure.
That's sharp enough?
That's sharp enough.
Okay, not responsible for lost digits, fingers, jabbed out eyeballs, or any other personal injury.
All right. Fair enough. There's my beautiful blade. All
and
nice
back to its owner.
Thank you, sir. Woohoo! Woo!